Good morning. My name is Dennis Bott, and I'm the Senior Resident Substitute Teacher at Nacogdoches High School. My job today is to give you information for a positive and successful experience as a substitute teacher as you accept assignments in the Nacogdoches Independent School District. With that intent, let me make this statement. Substitute teaching job is much more than a glorified babysitting job. Dr. Bowers in 2009 suggested that nobody wants to jump into a shark tank without the benefit of a shark cage so that you're not eaten by the sharks. Her research, Dr. Bowers' research, also suggests that the identifying factor for a negative experience in the classroom by a substitute is because the substitute fails to prepare properly, because they lack the tools necessary for success, and they fail to prepare properly for each assignment. Now, related to the tools that Dr. Bauer suggests, she recommends that substitute teachers should be as prepared as a teacher of record in the classroom, meaning that you should have in your possession what is referred to as a subtub. My visual aid here is an example of a subtub from Pinterest.com. It should contain things like pencils and pens, paper, notebooks, staples, stapler, cough drops, hand sanitizer, hand wipes, hall pass so that the students can get back and forth from the classroom to the restroom. And as you become more familiar with the students that you're teaching and the teachers that you're substituting for, you'll be able to add to your subtub items that will further ensure your success. Now, relating to preparing for each assignment, Smith in 2014 documents that often the teacher of record fails to leave a lesson plan. Whether this is an emergency situation or whether the teacher just fails to leave a lesson plan is irrelevant. You as a substitute teacher must have in your possession emergency lesson plans for every subject that you obligate yourself to teach from. In this day and age of the internet, we have the opportunity to access websites that give lesson plans for any subject that you'll be teaching. You'll be able to have detailed presentations, answer keys, worksheets, as well as additional assignments you have to do in the classroom for more than one day. There's no need for you to have lots of copies of your emergency lesson plan in your subtub, just the folder with your emergency plans, because the copy center at the high school will make sure that you have enough copies for each student in your class. Now, as I have documented, research suggests by Dr. Bowers that a negative experience in the classroom is directly related to the substitute teacher not preparing properly, because they lack the tools for success and they fail to prepare properly for each assignment that they accept. With that in mind, now that you have this information, you'll be able to put together your subtub, you'll be able to have emergency lesson plans, and you will be prepared and successful in the classroom. Are there any questions? I have one here that was handed to me. How does a substitute teacher deal with unwilling students? That's a great question. SUNY in 2014 suggests that you have a detailed discipline plan in place prior to entering the classroom. You can set up your own classroom rules. You can get a set of district policies. Also, you'll want to affect the behavior of the students by meeting them at the door, setting the standard at the door prior to entering the classroom. As you're delivering your lesson plan, make sure that you're walking around the classroom. This will show that you're in charge, and that the students will feel that this is a normal day in the classroom. Also, you can have your contact numbers prior, so that if there are any difficulties, you can call for help. Assistant principal numbers, campus officer numbers, neighboring teacher contact numbers. And as you walk around the classroom, engage the students. Make sure that they are on the same page that you are. Make sure that you stick to your discipline plan. Otherwise, the students will most likely take advantage of you. And see, another question I have here: what are some additional things that I can do if the teacher of record does not provide a lesson plan? Smith in 2014 suggests that you arrive at the school at least 45 minutes early. This will provide you with the opportunity to sign in with the secretary and get to the classroom to see if there is a lesson plan. And if there isn't, then you have the ability and the time to use one of your emergency lesson plans from your sub-tub and get the copies necessary for teaching in that day. Now, also remember that even though you're the teacher, you're the substitute, you are the teacher for that day. You know what needs to be accomplished, and you set the example and the pattern. You create the atmosphere. And even though you might be using one of your emergency lesson plans, when the students enter and you're prepared, they think it's normal. It is not a substitute day off. Final question I have here: how can I get on a preferred list of substitute teaching for future assignments? That is a great question. And Roselli in 2014 documents that you should be professional, dress professional, act professional, similar to the way that I am dressed during this presentation. Be available without complaints. A substitute that doesn't say no all the time gets on the secretary's preferred list, and she will call you in an emergency. And the teachers will also know that you are dependable and available, and they will request you as their substitute. Also, you can eat lunch with the teacher. This is a great way to make contacts and show your professionalism. One of the most important things you can do is become familiar with the substitute call-out system for the district. You can access that over your computer or your phone. This is where the teachers post substitute teaching opportunities, and you can go there for future assignments so that you can add those to your calendar. And finally, teachers love to know what went on in their classroom in their absence, so keep detailed notes. Teachers will follow up with your notes. They'll see that you're professional and that you're serious, and rather than put the job on the substitute call-out list, they will call you because you are a dependable substitute. Thank you so much for your attendance today. We have a refreshment out here in the foyer, and I'll be available for additional questions. Thank you so much.